Brent, Christian, today I really want to know, can I have more than one case coming from one accident? Is that possible?
That is extremely possible, particularly if you're on the job when you have that accident. One of the things that I've seen, which is a potential downfall for some personal injury lawyers, is a malpractice case can come out of them not instructing the injured party that they have two cases. If you're injured on the job, you have to first settle the workers' comp case before you go into the automobile wreck or other third-party accident. Otherwise, you can waive the claim. So yes, you can have two different cases out of one different accident, and you have to do specific things to protect those, and that's why it's important to tell your lawyer everything up front.
So Christian, if you're looking at a case, how would one affect the other, and how do you know which one to tackle first?
So a lot of people don't realize this, but when you have these two cases, the workers' comp case, the carrier for that claim, is entitled to repayment from anything that's received from the motor vehicle claim. A lot of people don't understand why or think that that's fair, but that's unfortunately the way the law is structured. And so there's the general rule of practice is get your treatment and wrap up your workers' compensation claim before moving on to negotiating and trying to resolve your third-party claim, which is the motor vehicle claim.
The point in that is so that you don't get double benefit. I mean, you've been hurt and you're entitled to be made whole. And be made whole doesn't mean be paid twice for the same accident. So the good thing with workers' comp and auto cases is the workers' comp pays all the bills. It goes all the way through. Then you know exactly what the lien is from the workers' comp. You can use that to negotiate out the automobile wreck and then negotiate back a payment to the workers' comp. So there can be more than one case out of that, and often if your employer does something stupid while you're on the workers' comp case, you may have some type of other retaliatory case or end up with an employment case. So in that case, there could be three cases out of your on-the-job car wreck.
So why is it so important to call Stewart Law to make sure that they have somebody that understands that strategy and can juggle all of those factors?
Well, it's not important just to call Stewart Law. There's other great law firms out there. I'm going to be honest about that. But I would call a firm that does personal injury mainly. Like if you call me to do your will, you're making a critical mistake. I don't do wills. I have an attorney that does those. But if you're having an injury case, don't call your regular family attorney. Call someone that does personal injury, that has done it for years, so that you make sure that they know exactly the ins and outs of those kind of cases.
Brent, Christian, thank you so much. It's really about having the right people in your corner to fight for the right results.
This segment of QC Life was sponsored by Stewart Law Offices.